Hey Blue Table fans, doing a battle report, 40K. I do that. I'll do that a lot, don't I? We're going to do a 2,500 point 40K battle, and we're going to do one of the missions from the Utah Crux Terminatus, the tournament that we're running. So kind of just give you guys a preview of what one of the scenarios is going to be. So we're going to do that, and I am playing against Jordan.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
So Jordan obviously paints here, as you guys know, or assembles now.
Assembles, yeah.
But this is his army, and he's got
Well, it's not all
IG.
of it quite yet, but here's a little preview.
It's not, yeah, he's not quite done, he says, but it looks really good. And it's an IG army, and it's painted phenomenally. And I'm sorry that I don't have my high-def camera right now. It is charging, so hopefully once it's finished charging, I can use that for like a second half of the battle report or something. But he's got an army themed off of
Cobra from G.I. Joe. Like the old school Cobra, not the crappy new stuff that they made. Not the Hollywood version, but the cool early 90s, late 80s version.
All right, that sounds awesome. And he requested, I gave him a choice to play between Ultramarines and Chaos Space Marines, because that's what we had a 2,500 point abundance of. So he chose Ultramarines, so I've got the Studio Ultramarines Sicarius list with, what's his name, Cassius. Yeah, that guy. And we, and I added in some extra stuff to make it up to 2,500. So some of the stuff I've got going on here, if you remember what the list is, I'll just go over it real quick. I've got Sicarius, Cassius, 7 Thunderhammer Naders, Crusader. I actually need to switch these vehicles here. Shh. Don't tell anyone I have those vehicles in the wrong places. 2 tactical squads, Melta, Las Cannon, Power Fist, 2 Razorbacks as their rides. I always split them, so half of them have the Las Cannon just sit back and shoot that, and the other half roll up and are more close combat oriented with the Sergeant and the Melta and stuff. Then I have an Assault Squad and a Rhino, 2 Flamers and Power Fist. Assault Squad jump packing, 2 Flamers and a Power Fist. Stern Guard with Combi Meltas in a drop pod. Added in for the 2,500 a Predator with Twin Link Glass Cannon. It does not have the Storm Bolter, but that was the only top I had, so I thought it was better than leaving it an ugly top like that. So anyway, a Thunderfire Cannon, because those are amazing. And finally a a Land Speeder with Typhoon Missile Launchers and Heavy Bolter. So that's what I've got. He's going to finish kind of setting up, and we'll kind of get a look at what he's got going. Having played against IG before a few times, it was one of the more popular lists a couple of years at Adepticon. A couple of years ago at Adepticon, did I say that right? Whatever. The strategy I'm going to try and use is they don't do too well in close combat. They don't have a whole lot of close combat stuff that's going to really even stand up to my regular tactical Marines necessarily. So Land Raider is going to rush up, going to rush the Razorbacks and the Rhino up probably. Of course, the Stern Guard are going to drop first turn. The goal is to try. Hopefully, he has like a. I don't know how his stuff's run together or what he's going to end up how he's going to end up setting his models up. But hopefully, I can get close enough to hit one of his squadrons of tanks and do some damage there. These guys I'll probably deep strike. That kind of is going to be dependent upon how he ends up setting up. This guy, of course, I'm going to try and give some cover. Same thing with this guy. This guy even more so than that, because I mean he's got 1 shot and he's armor 13 on the front, so he's a little bit more resilient. This guy's armor 10, but he gets 2 shots from his missiles, so he can take out at least light vehicles or at least cause some damage there. Alternatively, if I need to roll him up real quick, I can. Yeah, well, I mean, I got a tank hunting Las Cannon, tank hunting Melta because of Sicarius in one of these Rhinos here, or in one of the Razorbacks, and then one of the Las Cannons. It's just on there. So yeah, that's generally the goal. Do as much damage as I can, as quickly as I can. Here's the table we're playing on. You can get a little preview of what he's starting to pull out there. This terrain was made by a different painting or a different company from ours. I think it's Mini Terrain. I feel like is what the terrain's called. I could be completely off base on that, but he's got this cool autumn look going on here with the runes and the big rocks and stuff. So he sent this in for us to kind of show and give him a good word. So there you go, buddy. You got a good word. And I'm pretty sure Sean did a video on this. If he hasn't, he will soon. So anyway, we'll let him finish getting his army arranged, and we'll go from there. Okay, so we decided on doing a mission called Kill, Maim, Burn, and what that is table quarter setup, and the main objective is kill points, but HQs are worth 3 kill points rather than 1. Additionally, there's a secondary objective which is table quarters, and to control the table quarter, of course, you need a troop in it, but it's cannot be contested by anything other than enemy troops. So, for instance, if he controlled this table quarter, I would have to have a troop in there to contest him. But if he had 2 troops in there, I would have to have at least 2 troops. So you just have to have 1 more troop than whatever your opponent has. More troop choices in the quarter to control that table quarter. Also, you have to be completely within the table quarter to count as controlling. If you have a unit that's straddling 2 table quarters, they don't count for either side. So that's a pretty important thing to make sure that you remember where the center of the table is during setup really clearly, or be real clear about where you're, make sure your guys are in 1 quarter. Let's see. Also, just for fun, since these missions are set up for tournaments, one of the other things that they've got on them is extra objectives, like little extra points that you can get. So, the extra points for this one are +1 point if your highest point unit is not destroyed or falling back. +1 if all of your opponent's HQs are destroyed or falling back. +1 if you control your opponent's deployment quarter. -1 if you do not have any units in at least 2 quarters. So, yeah, that's the mission. I guess just because we're doing a tournament anyway, we'll go ahead and point out that massacre is by 6 or more kill points than your opponent. Major victories 4 or more. Minor victories 2 or more, and 0 to 1 difference draw. So, and then secondary mission, if you have more quarters with troops than your opponent does, you just win, and it's worth 5 points or something. It's worth some extra points. So, now we're gonna ask Jordan what he has got going on.
Okay. Well, for my HQ, I have a Ministorm Priest.
Okay.
The recent facts said that those little guys can be in HQ.
Okay.
And for my troop choices, I have Alley Vipers, counts as veterans.
I gotta pick some of these up here. He's got a really cool conversion going on, and this camera is not doing them justice. But I will get I'll get the HD camera. We'll do an HD special on his army because it's pretty cool. Yeah,
and they're a little glossy. That's just my style. I like them glossy, all shiny and new. But I don't know. Anyways, for my second troops, I have Crimson Guard, counts as veterans.
Okay.
Same as my third troops. For elites, I have Guardsman Marbo.
All right.
For my second elites, I have some Stormtroopers, another Stormtrooper squad. And then fast attack, I have my Valkyrie.
Okay.
And then...
Is that set up to be Vendetta?
Yeah, it's
okay.
The Vendetta.
Cool.
And then my other 2 fast attack choices is a Bane Wolf, and the last one is a Bane Wolf.
Okay. And they're separate?
Yeah, they're separate.
Cool.
So for my heavy support, I have 3 Plasma Cutioners.
Oh, go.
They're the Cobra Hiss tank. Yeah. And then a Manticore, or the Cobra Imp, and the Basilisks, also the Cobra Maggots. That's their Cobra name, Whatever.
All right, awesome. Well, let's go ahead and roll off for setup right now. Hold on, let me. Okay, so as I was saying, let's go ahead and roll off. Let's show your cool dice there.
Oh yeah,
you got custom dice.
I had them customized.
That has the Cobra symbol as a 6.
Yeah.
That's pretty baller.
Yeah.
All right, so we're rolling for deployment and setup, obviously. I got a 2 and 2. All right, roll again. I got a 6.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
See if I can get a Cobra. Oh.
5. Cobra,
Alright.
almost. Well, considering how nasty your army is and whatnot, I'm not gonna. I got to take first turn, dude. I can't. I can't not do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up, and I will probably choose that corner right there.
Okay.
And then so then you'll be over here, and we'll go from there.
Sounds
I'll
good.
deploy, he'll deploy, and then we'll check for seized initiative. All right, so we're set up here. This is what I did. I set up along my line here. The center of the table is right about here, and so I've got a Razorback with the half tactical squad. Here's the other half tactical squad in terrain. The assault squad in a Rhino. The Razorback with half tactical squad. Here's the other half in the bolstered terrain because of the Tech Marine there, and there's obviously runes so we can bolster. This is also this Razorback, the Meltagun. Excuse me. The right way to put it is the tactical Marines in here and the tactical Marines in here are these tactical Marines are the ones that count as tank hunter. They get tank hunter from Sicarius' special ability. Obviously, Speeder, Predator, and Land Raider. Land Raider has all of the Terminators and Sicarius and whatnot. So he's set up over here. He's got. Well, tell me what you got going on.
Okay. Well, I have my Vendetta here to, play in the backfield. My Plasmacutioner's kind of in the middle to take midfield. And then my long range in back, of course. And these two to help defend against people who want to come down and drop some melta into me. And then
They're going to do their best to drop some melta into you.
and these guys are going to do the best to pump some poison into you when you drop.
I accept that.
All right.
And you said you had a couple units deep striking. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I have my 2 stormtroopers deep striking, and then Guardsman Marbo, of course, pops up wherever he wants to pop up. So
Okay. Cool. You gonna try and seize?
sure.
All right. We will see
go.
the first sign of the Cobra.
Come
here.
on, Cobra, don't let me down. Oh.
4. Okay. Cool.